Yeah, yeah, we gonna spin some rivets. Here's a chain we just removed from a Stihl 20-inch bar off of a MS290. It's 325.063 gauge, and it's Stihl chain 26 RS. All right, so basically what we're going to do, we're going to count our drive links so we can match it up with the number of drive links when we put it together. Drive link is the link that gets driven by the sprocket of the chainsaw, which that's a drive link, that's a cutter. And these are tie bars, hold the whole chain together. And they're the rivets. Those pieces right here are the rivets. So what I was taught, easiest way, is to lay the chain out so you have your odd, if it's an odd length chain, have your odd tooth in a triangle at the end, and then you put your splice link in down at the other side. You can just count down the one side, double that, and then add the end, and you've got the effective number of links on your chain. So we're going to count our links. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 31, 32, 40. So that would be 80 plus 1. So that would get us 81 links. We'll recount them to verify. And we have 40. And all the points of all the drive links all face each other. So we're 81 links. We're going to keep this packaging. That's very important. If you got really soft hands, I would recommend you wear gloves, but I don't wear gloves because you get in the habit of wearing gloves working with the chain, and then you get in the habit of being used to having gloves on, and then next thing you know, you get nicked by the chain and you're leaking because you don't have calluses. So we will uncoil this chain, of course being careful as to not get cut. And we'll cut ourselves off 81 drive links. And we can do it the trick method of lining the chain up exactly how we have it. You should be pretty close to what you need, but count to be sure. So we have the proper number of drive links. Now we're going to determine where we're going to break the chain and put in our repair link connector, which are in these packages right here. So what I like to do is mark the chain where you're going to blow the rivet with a marker, blacken in the top of the rivet. So this way I know which rivets I'm going to take out. So we're going to bust the chain here, which means we're going to break out the cutter. This tool is designed for taking the rivets out. I don't know the technical term, but it's the Stihl branded chain breaker. And then what you're going to do on your die for taking out your rivets, they're marked 1/4 inch P, 1/4 inch 3/8 Pico. Then they're also marked 325, 3/8, 404, and the big one's 1/2 inch, which we don't use too much anymore at all, actually. You're going to lay it in there, and you're going to lay your chain in there with your rivet in there so you can get it lined up, so you can pop it out. And what you're going to do, line up the center of your rivet head with the punch die. Just apply even pressure, and poof. And the chain just falls apart like that. And you're going to pull out one rivet tie bar and one yellow, which it is important to use the right yellow versus green, so anybody looking at the chain knows that they're grabbing a chain that is an aggressive chain versus a non-aggressive chain or safety chain. Yellow is your non-safety chain, green is your safety chain or your homeowner chain. And then if you notice on this, you want to follow exactly how the link is put together. So it's got a little hump and a wear marker on it. So you want the hump facing down with the wear marker facing down into the center of the loop. And you can kind of just draw it in, get your line lined up, verify that we cut the chain right. I'd say we look pretty good. So I feel confident we're going to spin these rivets. And you definitely want to make sure your chain's not twisted in a knot, or else you'll have one of those knots that you won't be able to get out, which will actually be pretty comical. And you want the flat to the top and the little curved hump to the inside edge. You're going to want the open side of the rivet toward the spinner handle. That's the spinner handle. This is the pressure point. It's a very simple procedure. You can put a little bit of oil on it if you choose. You put the rivet in the dead center of the spinner, and you're going to start to apply pressure with the rear handle as you spin your tool, and thus you're rounding over the rivet. You don't actually feel any feedback. You kind of seem like you're getting nowhere. The tightening handle just seems like you're not getting any further, while the spinning handle doesn't actually make any change at all. It just kind of cuts through. You can put a little bit of oil on the rivet if you choose, on the head of the rivet to not wear your spinner. You can either use like WD-40 bar chain oil, whatever you choose. So you apply gentle pressure and start spinning. And right there, it seems like it wants to stop. So back it up. And then you just want to check your chain to verify it's free and loose. And you want to look at it and make sure you have a perfectly spun rivet, which you do. Looks exactly the same as the factory rivet. And you can feel chain's solid, not going to come apart. I feel confident to put it on my chainsaw.